The alien princess had no name anymore. They had stripped it from her the day they cast her out, throwing her into an escape pod with nothing but a tattered cloak and the burning ache of betrayal. The pod crashed into a forest on a blue and green planet the locals called Earth. She barely remembered tumbling from the wreckage, her pale silver skin scorched and bruised, her four-fingered hands trembling as she crawled beneath the trees. No soldiers, no servants, no crown, just her, alone. She wandered for days, surviving on rainwater and roots, her bioskin suit tattered and leaking coolant. The voices in her head, genetic memories of her ancestors, were silent now. Royal silence. Punishment for failure. Then came the dog. She first heard it as a rustle in the underbrush. Weak and feverish, she tried to run, collapsing against a tree. The creature emerged from the shadows, four-legged, coated in dark fur, ears perked forward. It approached cautiously, tail wagging. She watched it warily, expecting fangs or fire, but the dog only whined. Then it nudged a strange, earthy-smelling thing toward her, a rabbit carcass. A gift. Food. The princess blinked. Then she fainted. She awoke to warmth. The dog lay curled beside her, its body wrapped around her shivering form. In its mouth was a piece of her cloak it had dragged from the wreck. Its brown eyes met hers. "You are not afraid?" she rasped, her voice barely audible. The dog licked her hand in answer. He didn't have a name either, not at first. Just a ragged collar with a rusted tag that read, "Dog." It became his name, and hers for him, Dog. A creature of Earth, loyal to a fault, abandoned like her. They became a pair of exiles. Dog led her through the forest, nose always to the wind, finding clean water and hidden burrows. He shared his catches with her. At night, he curled beside her, chasing away the chill. When she cried, silent tears over her broken status, her distant star kingdom, Dog simply laid his head in her lap. They spoke no common words, but they understood each other. Over time, the princess, though no one called her that now, began to change. Her wounds healed. Her body, adapted for alien atmospheres, adjusted to Earth's gravity. Her skin darkened slightly, shifting from silver to gray-blue to avoid detection. She fashioned herself a cloak of bark fibers and scavenged clothing, always staying deep in the wilderness. She became someone new, not a princess, not a refugee, just a girl with a dog and a past too big for words. Dog, ever watchful, kept them safe, until the soldiers came. They arrived in armored trucks, Earth forces, part of the planetary patrol that hunted alien incursions. Someone had spotted strange lights from her crashed pod. A satellite had caught a glimpse of her heat signature. They came with rifles and scanners, shouting through bullhorns. Unregistered entity. You are trespassing on protected territory. Surrender yourself. The girl fled deeper into the forest, Dog racing beside her. Her heart thundered in her chest. If they caught her, they'd dissect her. She'd seen it happen before. Earthlings feared what they didn't understand. Dog growled as a drone zipped overhead. She veered toward the ruins, an old radio tower swallowed by moss and vines. They could hide there, but a soldier stepped out from the shadows, blocking her path. He raised his rifle. Freeze! She raised her hands, but Dog leapt first. No! She screamed. Dog clamped onto the soldier's arm, yanking him down. The man screamed as the rifle discharged into the air. More soldiers shouted. Another fired, and Dog yelped. No! The girl dove onto her companion, shielding him with her body. A blast of energy hit her shoulder. Pain lanced through her. She fell to her knees, arms still wrapped around Dog, who whimpered and licked her cheek. Blood, his and hers. The soldiers approached slowly. What the hell is this? A hybrid? She's not human. Look at her skin. Orders out of capture. Alive. But then light erupted around them. A deep hum filled the air. From the treetops, a ship emerged. Sleek, silent, silver with crimson markings. The crest of the fallen royal house. Her crest. The soldiers stared in disbelief as the ship hovered silently above the trees. Then a voice spoke, not aloud, but into their minds. You harm her. You declare war. The soldiers froze. A ramp descended. Out stepped a tall alien woman clad in gold armor, her face concealed by a luminous veil. Princess, she said, falling to one knee. The girl shook her head. Not anymore. The woman stood slowly. The usurpers have fallen. The Star Tribunal has been restored. Your exile was unjust. We've come to bring you home. The princess looked down at Dog. He lay still, eyes dull, chest rising faintly. She knelt beside him. He saved me. The soldier who had fired stepped forward. It was just, Silence, the armored woman snapped. The princess touched Dog's side. Can you help him? The woman hesitated. He is not one of us. I don't care, she said. He is mine. They carried Dog into the ship. Inside, in a room of healing light and humming crystals, the medics worked. Alien technology pulsed through Dog's veins, knitting muscle, repairing bone. The princess never left his side. When he opened his eyes, she wept. In time, she returned to the stars, not as a pampered heir, but as a diplomat, a survivor, a bridge between two worlds. And always beside her walked Dog, now stronger, faster, touched by alien healing, but still the same loyal creature who had found her in the woods. They walked palace halls and deep space corridors together. She gave him a new name in her native tongue, Varen, which meant guardian born of the wild. But to her, he was always just Dog. A year later, back on Earth, in a quiet clearing in the forest, a silver-haired girl in a cloak knelt beside a stone etched with alien runes. She left a carved bone at its base, an offering of thanks. Dog stood beside her, tail wagging slowly, nose to the wind. He barked once, sharply. The girl smiled. Yes, I remember too. They turned toward the stars, walking into the dark, side by side.